Hey guys, welcome back. It's the Two Live crew being too live as usual. I want to say what up, though. I'm your girl Trixie. What up, though, to the crew. T Money, stick to the script, and First Lady Sasha, or just Sasha, or just First Lady Sasha. Anyway, thanks for watching again. We appreciate it. So if you are watching, we would like you to like this video and subscribe. Okay, we're gonna be talking about horror, guys. Horror hood. I mean, you know, it's scary out here, but we're gonna be talking about that, and we're gonna touch on the 30 for 30 series on ESPN called The Last Dance. You want to know about Michael Jordan, you know, and how them Pistons whipped up on them that one time. You know, that one time we got
Two times.
They took it to him. So anyway, we're gonna get into that, and we're gonna talk about this collab that just came out with Megan Thee Stallion and Queen Bee herself, Beyonce. Two hot ladies from Houston. So we're gonna start off with talking about the collab between Megan Thee Stallion and Beyonce. It's a remix of Megan's song Savage. And if you get it, T Money, get it. Okay. So, and if you have been watching anything on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, you have seen all of the Savage challenges. So, you know, they were starting to die down, but they about to resurrect this because B is on the track. So, we'll go to T Money. You know, what you think about that collab?
Oh, you know, Beyonce flexing on us like she do. You know, I love Beyonce. I went to a concert, best money I ever spent. She's just like the greatest entertainer in our generation. I can't think of nobody that was better than her. And I'm not comparing her like to Michael Jackson and all of that. I'm just
Watch it
right now. But she's been killing the game, and I think she made a statement with this one, like, you know, she's already said bow down and all of that, you know, and I think she's just saying she ain't going nowhere. So I feel like she could honestly drop a rap album and compete with everybody else. She don't need to keep being on rappers' songs. She could just, or have them on her songs. She could just do one herself. You know what I'm saying? Even though she probably gonna mess up the lyrics like she was doing when her on the Carter. She had made a song. It was actually a song written by the Migos, and it was a tough song, and she messed it up every time at the concert. Po baby. But I think she got the skills. But I'm a Beyonce fan. I'm in the Beehive, so buzz.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not in the Beehive, but I like her. And you know,
you're in the Beehive. If you like Beyonce,
all right.
Yeah, but we don't attack.
I think she a down to earth kind of chick, but she can get raunchy, ratchet. Her lyrics can go there, baby. You know, she'll show you what she all about. So I love her for that. And Megan Thee Stallion, she's new on the scene. She's like these, you know, we give these female rappers they platform for that time. We had Nicki Minaj. She had her time. And I'm not saying she washed up. I'm not saying none of these ladies washed up, but I'm saying you had your time where we had you up there. Then
move over, Bacon.
Right. There's something linear. We had Cardi B. She was dropping tracks after track, hit after hit. And, you know, Megan is hot now. Someone asked her what would be her dream collaboration. And she said Beyonce. They're both from Houston, you know, both hot girls. So shout out to them. And I'm glad they did it because Beyonce, she did make the song even better.
Yeah, but usually Beyonce don't just hop on no new artist. So she had to make sure they in the game for like 5 years or so before she generally. But, so I was surprised with this.
Maybe she felt like it was a hometown thing plus the proceeds. is going to the COVID-19 relief fund.
Oh,
so
I didn't know that.
You know, that might be another thing.
First Lady, what are your thoughts?
Well, I'm not
Should
part
I get
of
the
the
oil
Beehive.
out or what?
And T Money, she introduced me to Beyonce whole sing thing. But
I had to
think,
make her watch Homecoming.
Okay,
it was not an option.
So, but yes, I did watch it. I think she's a phenomenal performer. The lyrics that she writes are always sound, and they are great lyrics. Do I think that was a good song? I do. Even with watching it on Instagram, the challenges and stuff, I like it. I enjoy it. I think the remix is just even something better than what was already done. So I enjoyed it.
I know I'm not part of the Beehive, and I really haven't listened to a Beyonce album since she first came out. So
since Destiny Child?
No. Her first album, her feature album. Crazy in Love, that one. That's the one. That's gonna always be the one for me. I know when she does a song with somebody or joins somebody on their song, it's going to be the trending thing. It's going to be hot. She's going to bring out what women are known for now, or what are they more seen? You know, being fierce, being strong, attentive, beautiful and outspoken. So that's what was all on the Savage. What I just was listening to.
I thought you was gonna say women are known for twerking these days. But you didn't say that. I appreciate that.
Don't touch on that.
That's what I thought you was about to say.
Beyonce brings that, but that's not her whole thing.
Are you saying Beyonce and all that? Is that what you're saying?
I give her this. Out of entertainment, the people I've seen Michael Jackson in concert when I was younger. I've seen what Prince can do. And, you see things of Tina Turner, you see James Brown. She's on that level. She brings the energy. She brings the funk. She gives that fire. She's,
Well, what else do you want from her? You just put her on the level with James
I told
Brown.
you, I'm not into her like everybody else is. Like everything she puts out isn't always the best. I've heard
and that's cool.
Michael Jackson didn't put out hits over and over either. But
come on now, let's not take it.
No, he didn't.
Right, she a true Beehive.
Don't do it. Yeah, don't do it.
She ran off the road just a little bit. I need you to come on, stay in between the lines. Don't run off the road.
All right, y'all. All right, we go. Thank you.
You all right with me?
You all right?
Money gonna lose that argument. She gonna lose.
If you are looking to be a part of a talk show, please email me at email.
Hey guys, also leave your comments down below.
Yeah, she ain't all that to y'all. Need to let us know. Let us know. But you don't put somebody on the same level with James Brown and then say they ain't all that.
Right, now she ain't on no James Brown. We can't do that. For this generation.
As far as performing, for this generation, yes. Like she's absolutely. I think maybe once she get old and all of that, then people will give her respect because a lot of people have came for her, and I didn't want to like Beyonce either. Have you been to a Beyonce concert, Sticks?
If I had $200 to $400, I would go.
No, I didn't pay that much, but so you have not experienced the Beyonce concert.
With a person her status, you don't have to go to the concert. Her stuff.
You get your money's worth though.
Her stuff.
I don't know, but that's different.
I will go to, but I've been to a Michael Jackson concert as a kid, and I seen the moonwalk.
Did you pass out? Was you crying?
Did you pass out?
Beyonce ain't got to see Michael Jackson on a different level. He had people passing out.
But what is that? Let's talk about that real quick.
That's the fandom.
Is he anointed that people was passing out? I just don't understand why.
Like he was Benny. Yeah, baby.
They was like,
and you hype yourself to the point where you just overexcited and that anxiety takes you out.
I would be so excited to see
Beyonce
some of
hasn't
these
done
people.
That. You ever seen
but
that?
No, she hasn't.
and pass out.
So Michael Jackson had that documented.
But Michael Jackson is the only one that did that. There's nobody else that you can say people was passing out for.
True.
Hey, don't blame it on the sunshine. Don't blame it on the moonlight. Don't blame it on the good times. Blame it on the boogie.
The boogie.
Michael Jackson.
The white socks. The white socks and the glove. That's what it was. That's what it was.
If he was here, he would be like, "Oh, thank you, Sticks."
I just wish I wish Michael Jackson had some kids. Like, I'm not saying that he don't have
Girl, stop playing.
I wish he had
there.
Are they Jacksons though? Are they Jacksons?
Sorry, Jackson.
Do they got the Jackson though? Like, you know, that whole DNA. Do they got his DNA? That's in question. You know what I'm saying?
Blanket look like him, but no, because
just like
they would have had that nose.
I like my Negro nose with Jackson 5 nostrils.
One of them kids would have had that nose.
They got his new nose.
Nah, see, that's what I'm talking about. You can't. The proof is in the pudding. You can't mix that black with that white or with anything else, because we got some strong features.
We
got some strong features.
Yeah.
I think as they got older, they look a little bit like the family.
It's just like on Life. When the warden's daughter got with Can't Get Right. She had that baby. Who chocolated baby is
Honey, it's a boy. Yeah, buddy. Let me see that boy. Where's that boy? Show me that grand boy.
None of Michael Jackson kids ain't got no singing talent, no dancing talent. It's
I'm
just
happy. That's what
but that's, I think we always want more out of people kids than, you know, I think our expectations are too high, because I would have thought Martin Luther King's son was going to be this and that. And I think it's more the daughter. Malcolm X kids, I expected, like, the revolution ain't never going to die. They had kids, you know.
They're like, we ain't got time for that.
They're like, we trying to live like y'all trying to live.
Right.
Uh-oh, we lost Trixie. Oh, there she go.
I'm
okay.
back.
We switched it around. Okay, there we go. All right, Trixie, keep us going.
Discussions going into The Last Dance, that 30 for 30 special. But yeah, we're gonna keep it moving right into that. And in particular, we was focusing on one of the episodes that they had talked about the Pistons when they played Jordan in the playoffs, and how aggressive the Pistons was, you know, so aggressive that they called them what? Bad boys. They just really, they thought Detroit was so rowdy and like that, but you know, these guys played the game, they played it well, and they put some physical, they put the physical touch in the game. Like, they made it okay. Like, you can foul people. They weren't calling fouls for every little thing. And I'm gonna go to your boy LeBron. If you touch him with a feather, they will call a foul. Okay, they might call a technical if you bump into him. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he pushed him, but flagrant? That's not a flagrant.
They called that flagrant? Oh, come on. What kind of league are we becoming if that's a flagrant foul?
So, you know, but I mean, they not out there playing to try to hurt each other, but you have to get physical. How you gonna play against a big old dude like Shaq? How you gonna play against him without getting physical? Like, it's impossible.
You better get out the way.
You just better get out the way. That's a Mack truck, man. Speaking of Mack truck, look at my muscles, y'all. 25 pythons.
Okay. It's just a couple.
I think that was interesting how she introduced him. She said the Pistons playing against Michael Jordan. Did you notice that's what you said?
I did notice. I said that.
Okay.
As you were saying, talking, I was like, yeah, I did say Michael Jordan. It's supposed to have been the Bulls, y'all. But you know, he's one-man show.
Bulls. But my whole point was that's how a lot of people thought about the game, that they were playing against Michael Jordan. And that's the reason why Phil Jackson brought in the triangle plays to keep everybody from focusing on Michael Jordan. It was a team. He was telling him there's no I in team. Of course, his comeback was, it is in win.
That's a good one.
You know, but at the end of the day, I think they all played well. The Pistons played well. The Bulls played well. It's just the Bulls came back and redeemed themselves after those losses. But in the midst of that, the Pistons did have poor sportsmanship. That was my take on it. Sticks, you give me your comments.
All I'm gonna say is Michael Jordan is the greatest player.
He the GOAT.
He's proved that multiple times. He has 6 championships that no one could contend with. He went to the finals and won all 6 times. Big up to him. But like I say all the time, those bad boys from Detroit helped make the legend of Michael Jordan. And that's one thing that I would like for him to acknowledge. Even on his deathbed, we got to wait that long. He need to acknowledge.
Like, come here, I got to tell y'all something.
Yeah, he needs to do that. I'm going to tell you, when I was a younger
Tony
kid.
Baker, no regrets. Sorry,
no regrets. No regrets. But being one of the kids that grew up in that era watching the Pistons and being one of the smallest that actually would play basketball on the court, I would have to be physical with these bigger guys. I pushed them around. When they went up, I get them on the bottom. I put them down. I'm like, look, man, we out here playing on the court. There are no fouls. You can get your ball out and we can play again. But I'm not about to let you score easily on me. That's the part of the game.
That's that Detroit dirty.
Hey, man. Get ready because it is time for the Two Live Crew Hood Movie Review.
This is a horror hood movie review. Yes, and this one is called. All right, so Kill Season by Nina Stacks out of Atlanta. Sasha, what do you think about this movie?
I think the movie, it wasn't so much of a horror because it kind of sort of got almost corny, like the Wayans used to make fun of the horror movies or whatever, especially when it got to the outside scenes. I think it was kind of sort of like that. But, do I think it was well put together? I think it was. I just didn't particularly like those scenes.
Which ones are you talking about?
Getting in the car. That was actually almost funny.
I don't remember that scene. Okay.
I'm
gonna show it. I'll put it in here.
People run, and he did just the opposite.
Oh yeah. There's a stigma, and people say this. I'm gonna tell y'all this one time. Like, people say, oh, if they was black in this horror movie, this would have happened, that would have happened. It's not true, y'all. We be scared like everybody else. I'll never forget this. One day, I get out of the bed, right? And for some reason, my mama is sleeping on the couch, right? I didn't see her. I didn't know she was on the couch. And she got a deep voice now, okay? She got, because, they say black women, we got more testosterone than a white man.
Hey, I agree.
Okay.
My voice be deep.
Hey, okay, girl.
What up, dog?
So my mama already had a deep voice, and then it's like that. I'm sleep deep voice. I'm just waking up, right?
Oh, look at Six. Okay.
That's
Gun show. There it is.
Welcome to the gun show.
So let me get this out.
Okay, go ahead.
So she's laying there. I don't see her. It's pitch dark. I think I'm going to the kitchen or something. And she was like, Tanya, or whatever. And I didn't know what it was. Why did I end up in the corner? Or like this, like slid down the wall, just like the movie. So I always was like, no, y'all better run. Y'all better pick up something. I was in the corner like a little white man. All right, but y'all go ahead.
well,
But so in the movie, I think it played out that we wanted them to do what black people would do, and they didn't do it. Is that what y'all saying?
I guess so.
He was kind of like the white girl running and fall type deal, like trying to get away and stuff. So it's like, how in the and then people around neighbors, don't y'all hear something happening? And
the police came. The police came. Did.
Late as ever. Late as ever.
What happened?
All the time.
Everything good here? All right. No. Go in that house and check it out. Okay. Go stick.
Okay.
You can't go in the house and check it out.
All I was going to say was...
if you're a police officer, you can.
You need a search warrant.
He got 1 minute. Give him his minute.
Well, we need to find out. Okay, go ahead. Go Sticks.
Well, I was going to say was there were some parts that were confusing. And I know when he was outside the house and he did come across some help, I didn't understand why he couldn't call out. But that's just a little tidbit. But
disappointing.
Great
the movie had some points. So those are things I was like, I don't even get what happened, and I'll have to see it. But the lead actress, I want to give a shout out to her because I've seen her in this group called Finarios, and they do silly skits. I've seen her before, and she's doing stuff recently with them, with this guy named Lonnie and this other guy named Jamal. They're very talented. They have funny skits, so shout out to her and all the things she do. I can't remember her name, but the movie had some good high points as well as some low ones.
I'm giving it 3.5. I did like the visuals of it. You know what I mean? Like I said, the video feel. I liked that. It reminded me of Hype Williams. I thought the pacing was good, and sometimes I was like, it could go a little faster, but I like the way they took their time. They let it breathe, so I wasn't like, I know what's about to go down or whatever like that. So I thought it was a pretty good movie. I think they did a good job overall.
And let it be known, like, it seems like Black people don't really deal with horror anyway. Like, it seems like that's not a thing. Like, we don't play that.
We don't play that.
But even with that, I think it is something that, like, my house, we didn't do it because my mother was like, it's certain things you just don't entertain. You don't entertain evil. You just don't do that. You don't bring it into the house. You don't entertain it. You don't give it energy, and you don't want it to come in with you. So
burn them.
And that's true. But then it's like we be watching Disney and all of that stuff in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you really think about it, like, it be like a lot of little hidden stuff going on.
Right.
And
they want hidden stuff drawn, too.
It is. Because even my son, I didn't let him watch any of the Harry Potters. Now, what he does as an adult or whatever, but I didn't introduce that to him.
What's that behind you, Stick?
What is it? No, that's my earpiece. That don't scare me, man. I don't believe it.
That's such a scary sound to me. That is the scariest sound in a song ever.
It is. Come on, like a thriller movie. I know why people ain't like this one. One of our movies is a trending movie. I thought it was scary because it's Corona Man. We are dealing with the coronavirus. I'm like, it's not really a movie. That's why we picked 3. It's really a trailer based off of the Candyman trailer. Candyman is set to hit theaters in September. This was a trailer, not necessarily a movie, but people want to see it as a movie. Candy from the Real Housewives of Atlanta posted it on her page, and it's been getting a lot of attention since then.
What you doing out here, boy?
Hey, I stay around here. I'm just looking around.
Let me tell you, what you looking for, I might get you something that'll be hell to get rid of. Go on home, young man. Go on home.
Why are you doing this? Why can't you just stay at home?
Because I'm bored.
You're alive! I need you to stay alive. This doesn't feel right.
It's getting no damn coronavirus.
Don't say that.
My favorite part of the trailer is in the real movie is Vanessa Williams. I think that's her name. When she clapped her hands, it's like, don't say that word. Don't say that name in here. I'm not playing that. It was just like that in the Corona when she said, don't play with that. Corona's real, like that. So I like how they played that. They used that same part and it gave the same dramatic effect. And this one was a little more funny, but I enjoyed that. And it just shows how creative Black filmmakers can be with something that's not even their idea, but they took it and then they put their own mix to it, and it just looked similar. But I enjoyed it, and it was something where I would like to see what that one would be about. Like Corona is to be, you can make it silly, but yet funny in a way, but yet serious in a way too, which it is now. And it just so happens to be true, and I enjoy the filmmaker's idea.
And you know what? Before the next person go, I'm just going to interrupt and say this because Saturday Night Live and even like Jimmy Kimmel, all of these guys, they kind of been doing Zooms and stuff at home. Like they did a Saturday Night Live where they set up iPhones or something in their houses and stuff. This Corona man just dusted everything they did to me, but they don't have, you know, I guess the exposure. So I would like to challenge Hollywood to give our Black filmmakers more opportunities because they wrote circles around what y'all did on Saturday Night Live. But anyway, maybe I'm hating.
Or maybe you just being real, honey.
Yeah.
Now, I liked Corona Man. Now, horror is not my genre, so I don't know anything about Candyman. And
don't y'all say that name one more time. Now we're gonna put it out twice.
Don't you do it?
Play that.
Okay,
I
don't know anything about the movie per se, but I think it was a good play on the virus itself. And even though it was a serious topic, how he put some light in it when he just kept messing with her about him going outside and even the other people's reaction to that. So I think that was really good on that part. So I think it was a good movie.
You think Corona Man is something? Let these people keep going out. They're coming back as zombies. Okay, this is how it started in The Walking Dead. Some crazy virus. Everybody had it, turns out. So yeah, I better watch that. Anyway, the Corona Man, the trailer, I did like it because I did see the trailer too. Is this gonna be the third time saying it?
Don't say it no more.
Oh,
don't say it.
I broke my own rule.
To the Seaman movie. So I did see the trailer for that. What's wrong with you?
She did it.
She did it. Yeah. Well, like I said, it was a well put together parody on the movie. And then they were so intense. The actors, they were like intense. Like you really thought that this was a serious, for real movie trailer. Like they put it together so well. So shout out to them. And like we were saying, you know, Black people, we just so creative, expressive. Like we can take stuff and turn it and change it and make it so funny and this and that. But overall, I mean, are we giving this Fagos? Because I'm gonna give it a 5. 5 Fagos. 5. Let's see, Red Pops, because Red Pops. This is how much I don't like horror movies like that. My son convinced me to go see The Conjuring. Oh, baby. We went to that movie and saw that Conjuring. And you know, when I left out of there, I was like, give me your ticket stub. And we throwing these in the trash because we ain't taking nothing back with us to be attached to us from this movie. Oh, I can't deal with it. It's too much.
Did you believe the blood of Jesus and all that?
Oh, yes, I did.
Yes.
All up in that theater. I was like, what's her name? That lady in the movie?
I didn't see it.
Girl, you don't want to.
I give you 5 Fagos. I enjoyed it. It was something. If it was real, I would want to see it.
You would want to see this?
We can go together.
Now, see, now I don't understand how y'all don't like horror movies, but y'all would watch this. Like when I saw this,
because it's real. I mean,
exactly.
It's my town.
That's what make it worse than a horror movie.
By the way,
like,
Sash, you looking really cute.
Oh, thank you,
I hope
honey.
you ain't been out in them streets.
I hadn't been out in them streets.
I'm gonna give it 5. I'm gonna go with Moon Mist this week. I enjoyed the trailer. It was catchy. It was quick. It got your attention. It reminded you of something that hasn't even came out yet, but is interesting and it's real. I like how it had a little bit of serious with kind of comic media. And like I said, I would like to. This for some reason I would like to see it. And I'm not really a horror person either, but I do like thriller. I like thriller, which is different than horror. I do like the whole. It takes you to the point of horror, but I don't like all the gore for it. But I give it that 5.
I'm gonna give it 4.5 only because it was too real. I don't like it when people be talking of this. I don't like that. Like, I'm like, no, y'all, we not gonna talk about this like this to a horror movie and really scared. Yeah, it is. It is.
You're the only one that like horror.
I don't really like it like that. I just like black movies of any genre, and I like black horror. I guess I like black horror, but I just like the newness of it. I like a different interpretation of an old style. So Jordan Peele with the Get Out and all of that, like I enjoyed that. And so let's move on to the next one. It's from Detroit, and it's a short film too called Knock Knock. Knock knock.
What a sound effect.
Knock knock. It's like Corona Man. It was dealing with a true story. So I don't know if you guys are familiar, but there was a lady that killed her kids and put them in a freezer. So a Detroiter did a horror movie. It was shot nicely. It was like a little trick at the end. It came on like, your normal hood movie, but then it goes left. So it took a turn.
I think the movie, it was interesting. It was one of those shorts that you had to really pay attention, because if not, you get lost in it. And I think that's one of the things that I didn't like. It was a movie I saw years ago where they kept playing something forward and then moving it backwards, almost like a flashback, and that's how it was to me. Anytime you're talking about hurting, harming, or killing children, that's just really does something for me with the movie. I still give them praise for doing black people doing a movie, but that just wasn't my thing. Yeah,
we gonna have to change your name to First Lady.
That's it. First Lady it is.
First Lady it is, okay.
First Lady yeah, and that's why I had a hard time. Like, I was like, let's just put all the horror ones in together. You didn't like horror as a child either, or you just never? How about you, Trixie?
I mean, yeah, as a kid, I did watch it because I come from a large family, and they I have 5 boys, 2 girls. So they all be into that kind of thing, and they'll draw me in. The scariest movie I saw when I was a kid, this followed me. It was Trilogy of Terror. Have y'all ever seen that?
The little doll. He's like, that is scary. That's scary, man.
But if you look, that scared me to no end. Like, I could have sworn like my brother came by, or he was watching me, and he left and went to the store after we watched that and was like, have fun. The Knock Knock. First of all, I was obsessed with this case. Like, I could not stop. I went on a whole rabbit hole just looking at different clips. I could not understand how she could do such a thing to her kids. I was trying to understand, and I feel like
she was crazy as a Betsy bug.
She was. And I came to a realization is that she automatically thought that her kids was getting molested, and this whole story went that she killed the kids because she thought that the older 2 kids was molesting the younger one. she did everything to those older kids. She tortured them. She did everything to them that the younger ones said that the older kids had did to them. She did all of that before killing them. And they were in that freezer for some years. Do you remember how long?
It was some years.
Anybody? They were in that freezer, but I will say when this short, they
she kept on putting it off. She kept putting it off. Like she would always say that when people would ask, they would be somewhere else, or they would be over here, or they would be, you know. She always made the story up to where they're going. And how many people are really going to check for her children like that?
The movie though that they put together, I felt like it was put together well because it is a twist in it. When people watch it, you'll see that there's a twist, and then it'll make you look further into the story because you want to know like what really happened. But it was just certain scenes in there. I didn't think it was going to be like that. Certain scenes like was disturbing though. You know, it's not like showing actual like her doing these things to the kids, but it was just disturbing because like you said, First Lady Sasha, it's dealing with kids and hurting children. But one more thing I'll say, when you see her in court, if you see the like YouTube videos of her in court, she has had several outbursts in court, and the judge is asking her, so did you intentionally kill your children? She says yes, and I would do it again. They were demons. So she really felt like she was doing God's work by getting rid of those kids like she did. As far as them making it and how they did it, I think they did a good job.
And we're going to shout out the director, Kaniki Jones from Detroit, filmmaker by the way of, I think, Florida State University.
I enjoyed the movie. I didn't know what I was getting into, like you said. I thought it was a hood movie. And I thought, okay, cool. It started off just like Boss Up. So, I mean, Buffed Up. But it started off something like that. But I was just like, oh, okay, here we go. And I was like, where's the horror coming? So, it did play on the horror. And then it actually, it did a whole lot with the senses, like sound, sight, you know, the emotional. You felt it, and I enjoyed it. The way the director, writer, the way they storytell by visual, it was awesome. It was shot greatly. You know, everything was lit well. The sound was good. It was clear. Even the scenes where they started to be, you know, stuff was starting to get uncomfortable. You know, even the hallway light down the stairs, and it was moving. It was something like in Get Out or something. He was falling to the sunken place. It was like, it was really good. It was, and that's well thought and planned for this type of genre. So I enjoyed the movie, and it's just a sad story, and a person who created a horror story out of something that really happened. It's kind of hard to say, but it was kind of awesome. It was something to see, and as being a creative person, being creative, you can appreciate the visual, what the camera is showing you, and how the story is moving. So I did enjoy Knock Knock. It was a surprise to me that it would be that good. I'm gonna give today we on the moon, man. So I'm like, I really enjoyed it. I gave it 4.5. I think I would have liked just a little bit of stretched out, not even a stretched out story, but something for me. I don't even know what it was. Maybe something else I wanted out of it, but it was it was a good movie, and that director did a great job with this story.
I give it 3.5. I mean, it's a good movie, but it just wasn't my movie. You know? So
yeah, personal taste. Like, she do not watch horror, so you got to take that into consideration.
Right. I'm proud of her for just doing this.
I feel bad, like I'm leading her into seeing.
I had to walk away for a minute because, like he said, when it started getting intense, I walked away from the TV and I had to come back because I was like, I can only take it in portions.
That's how you know that's a real movie right there. When you gotta just look away,
I had to watch it twice. I had to watch it twice because I was like, I had to watch it low because I don't know what type of jump scene's about to pop out. Let's watch it first, then come back.
I give it 4 Faygo grape sodas, pops rather. The content was tough. It was hard to, watch, but I was surprised by the movie. Like, it really took me for a loop. Like, I was really like, oh, whoop, okay. All right. So I give it 4 grape pops.
I'm gonna give it 4.5 cream sodas.
Hey.
Even though I never drink them.
I know, because they kind of nasty, but sometimes they good.
Because this was a nasty feel, like, as far as the subject matter, it was just nasty, you know.
Right.
It was hard. I think because it was a horror based on real life, that's the whole thing.
That's what make it.
That's what make it. You know what
crazy.
I'm saying? But but it was like well put together, well shot. You had to think. You know, you couldn't just, like, I had to watch it twice. I was like, wait a minute, what happened? But yeah, like, I was like super proud of her for making a great horror movie. And she, in that genre, you know, up against, you know, other filmmakers, she's doing really well. So shout out to her and her team again.
Good job.
And y'all leave in the comments if y'all never want us to do horror again, but it's gonna be a long time. Cause you know, when we say we doing hood movie reviews, guys, and I think maybe the word even hood sends you somewhere else, but really I just say hood movie reviews because it's more search than Black family movie or something like that.
Right.
We're gonna have Black family movies, we're gonna have Black horror, we're gonna do comedy, you know what I mean? Everything is not gonna be bang 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 hood,
right,
right, hood, you know,
right.
It's not about all of that. But just hood, like just neighborhood, people from the neighborhood have made it.
Who are the people in the neighborhood?